A peaceful forest, trees growing, birds chirping, and beasts roaming the land. All around, the beauty of nature is present, when all of a sudden, fire. Contrary to what some may believe, forest fires do not just appear as this one did. As a matter of fact, the life cycle of a forest fire is actually very complex. From creation to end, these natural and often unnatural events do more than just destroy. As we will later see, forest fires can even be beneficial to their environment. So let's rewind and get a better understanding of forest fires. Let's begin by discussing how forest fires start. The first item required is an ember, a small piece of glowing or burning material. Once this ember lands in an area with sufficient heat, oxygen, and combustible fuel, the ember sparks a flame and thus a fire is born. At this point, the fire begins to spread in the direction that has the most resources the fire needs. The flame will continue to grow so long as it has the three materials mentioned earlier: heat, oxygen, and combustible fuel. Once all the fuel the fire can reach has been ignited, the fire has reached peak combustion and begins to die out. The flame could potentially take several weeks to fully extinguish. During this part of the fire, an introduction to more fuel could cause the flame to reignite. A fire isn't out until every last ember has stopped smoldering. Now we have seen the life cycle of a forest fire, but it was mentioned earlier that these events can actually be beneficial to their environment. How is that possible? Well, there are a plethora of benefits of forest fires, so many that people actually start these fires, called prescribed fires, on purpose to improve and maintain the local environment. The first benefit we will discuss is how somewhat frequent forest or prescribed fires drastically reduce the chance of extreme wildfires that grow out of control. By burning more often at lower volume, a buildup of densely fueled forest is prevented. Rather than having the entire woodland go up at once, smaller fires, often prescribed, use up some of the present fuel in a safe, controlled burn. As prescribed fires increase, the number of wildfires decrease with it, according to Addington et al. Of the International Journal of Wildland Fire in 2015. The second benefit of forest and prescribed fires we will discuss is how these events are helpful for birds. Birds such as the clay-colored sparrow are more likely to survive when tall, woody cover is reduced by fire, according to Murphy et al. Of the Wildlife Society Bulletin in 2017. This happens because many species of birds forage food and nest materials from the ground. When the ground is covered in thick foliage, the birds are more prone to attack from unseen predators. By removing this cover via fire, the bird's chances of surviving a hunt are increased. On top of this, some plant structures are altered by the fires in a way that increases the richness and abundance of multiple bird species, according to Grant et al. Of the Journal of Wildlife Management in 2010.